Okay, guys. Squirrel and Joel. Okay. We're going to do a pocket dump because that's the easiest thing to do for a first actual video. I am sweating because we just came from outside. It's super humid in Kansas. For anybody that's watching that does not live here, it's horrible. And it's not even hot yet. So, yeah. Be in the middle of the U.S. It snows in April and then it gets super hot. And you start sweating. What?
It's May.
Yeah, it's May now. And now we're sweating. But it was snowing 3 weeks ago. Okay, so everything dumped out of my pockets. I'm going to lay it down on the table. I'm going to show you, and I'm also going to include, I'm going to show you guys, tell you what we were using outside that I'm going to include in another video. But first thing, Boker Plus automatic knife. Button automatic, has a lock on it. Drop point, AUS 8, Japanese steel, G10 handles. Tip down carry, it is reversible, but not for the left hand, just for the right hand. Does have a lock on it though. I love the lock is just, a lot of people don't like these locks, but I have to say, and I'll probably say it 10 times again in the future, I like these locks on here because if I want to set it down and there are kids around, I have a lot of siblings and a lot of cousins and stuff. If I need to set this knife down for any reason, I could lock it. Nobody can pick it up and just open it and they're not going to hurt themselves. So that's the main thing. But the other thing is I don't want it opening my pocket, obviously. So next knife on the left side. This is has an axis lock. I don't remember what SOG calls it, but it's kind of like, it's like Benjamin's axis lock. It is a tooth lock from SOG. This thing is VG10, G10 handles. Can be locked or unlocked from both sides. So that's pretty awesome. I love this knife. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is serrated on the back edge, and they never made a version of this that wasn't serrated. So writing, pilot friction pen, love these things. Milwaukee permanent marker. If I'm not carrying a Sharpie, I'm carrying one of these. 2 reasons. I can clip it on my hat because of the clip on this thing, but it also lasts a lot longer than a Sharpie. It costs a little more. They're about $1 a piece, but these things will write on anything, wet, oily.
What is that?
My belt. So I've got a Schrade multi-tool. I was carrying a SOG for a long, long time. I recently just picked this thing up because my SOG was falling apart. I need to get it sent off to the company so they can clean it and put a couple of new parts on there for me. This thing is really cool. I don't know the name of this. I believe it's called like a Schrade A11 something multi-tool. You guys just let me know if you want to see more about this. This thing is a pretty simplified multi-tool. It is spring loaded. It's pretty contoured to the hand. I like it. It's a lot more comfortable than the SOG that I was using. Couple of cool things. This does have a pocket clip on it. Most multi-tools don't. It does come with a sheath also. But not only does it have the regular pliers, when you fold it back, it folds out, it has a full-size set of shears, which for cutting things like zip ties and stuff, you don't want to just use a knife. Sometimes it's a little harder. These, you can cut tape and medical stuff and zip ties and things, and these like full-size shears that are the same size as the pliers, they work extremely well. So also does have a knife on it, has a flat head, has a Phillips, and also has a file, double-sided, with a bottle opener on it. So all the simple stuff, all the stuff you normally need. Other side of my belt.
Oh, that's a new one.
Mora knife. This is my new Mora that I just got for my birthday, with birthday money, I guess. I got it at Cabela's. Anyway, I wanted a new one. I hadn't ordered anything for a while, so this thing is, I have a Mora Light My Fire that I was carrying for a long time in my bag. I don't carry it in my belt, but I do love it to use in the kitchen and stuff. So I got one for my girlfriend. That's the 12C27 stainless. This one is a carbon steel. I'm not sure what exactly the steel is, but I know it's between 58 and 62 Rockwell, but it's also a thicker spine that is 90 degrees, so you can still strike and everything with it. And then Scandi grind. Everything that you could love about a Mora, guys. These are the best cheap belt knives that you could possibly carry. This is a super thick, almost indestructible carbon steel knife that you can carry on your belt. And the only thing you got to do is clean it off, oil it, and with the stainless ones, you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do anything with them. You just wipe them off when you're done and put them back in the sheath, and that's literally it. These things, you're not going to snap, you're not going to break. They're super easy to sharpen because they've got that flat scanty grind on them. And this is $16. The Mora Companions, the regular ones, $12, guys. Cheapest, best knife you could possibly buy. It's just, you can't do better than that. Charger, had that in my pocket. A SA Fishing Company face shield. These are pretty cool. They are like bug repellent, water repellent, microfiber windshields. You can use them on your head as a bandana. You can use them as a hair tie. You can wrap them around your neck. You can use them as a face shield, as it states. So those are pretty cool. Use it for anything. Jabra earpiece, Bluetooth. I use this all the time when I'm driving, when I'm at work, in the truck. Voice activated, just safer. Flashlight. I'm carrying 2 flashlights. I'm actually carrying 3 flashlights. There is one on my keychain that's normally right here. SOG Dark Energy DE08. 690 lumens at the highest setting. Just
Is that the strobe?
momentary switch selector. Momentary selector switch. What am I trying to say, guys? It has a momentary selector switch for different settings on the flashlight. So 690 max lumens. And then next setting down, I believe, is 250. Next setting down is a reading light. Next setting down is a strobe. And the next setting down is, well, I forgot how to get to the SOS. You may have to hold it, but it is there because I've used it. So, all this stuff in my pockets. Okay, can of dip every once in a while. Loose change. I usually don't carry cash, but there's a couple of bucks in change. So, I'll get to it. Wallet, all the debit cards. I do have a knife in here. It's a backup, just an origami knife. It's a backup knife, guys. Like a backup knife.
Origami knife.
Inhaler, because I got some bronchitis kind of crap. I don't know if anybody can tell my voice is a little off. I've been sick for a long time, like 2 months straight, guys. It's just been a bad year for people being sick, and it went down to my lungs and got worse. So, pad for writing stuff on. So I use that every day. This is the other flashlight. I also just got this not that long ago at Cabela's when I picked up my Mora. This is a Smith & Wesson Military Police. I don't know the model number, but it's a Smith & Wesson Military Police tactical flashlight. It's got like the raised metal edges on the bezel, just, you know, it says for breaking glass or for self-defense. It's actually fairly sharp, so you could hit somebody with it. The clip goes both ways, and I got it because I can clip it onto a cap or whatever I'm wearing on my head. I can clip it on there, guys. It does have multiple settings too. So you've got a strobe, and then a high, which I believe is 310 lumens. So it's about it's a little less than half of what my SOG flashlight is. So, and then this also has a reading light. I could get to it there. It's just a reading light. This thing's only like 50 lumens, 30 lumens, 50 lumens. Can't remember, somewhere in there. It's just perfect for, you can clip it to your cap when you're sitting in the tent or sitting in the hammock, wherever you're at with your camp. Flashlights. And then, probably wondering what I've had on my neck this whole time. This is a Fultz Minimalist, and I finally found a Bowie. I had found the Caraman and the other one. This one they call it Bowie, and I like this one. It's kind of upswept. It's almost just a regular drop point, but I like the color of the handle, and I love that it just fits right into your hand. It's got those deep grooves in the handle, and this thing is razor sharp. It's only 5 CR steel, so I mean, you'll have to sharpen it, you'll have to touch it up, but this thing, just tiny little 1.5 inch blade, clips right in there, 550 cord, Just stays there all day. You never even notice. If you don't want people seeing, sometimes people freak out. Throw it under your shirt. It's there till you need it. So. Sunglasses. I don't remember the brand of these things. These are, I guess it's just HD vision glasses. They have these at Walmart. They have ones for daytime, ones for nighttime. I've got both of them. I love these things. They are the best polarized sunglasses I've ever had, and they're only 15 bucks. LAPG shorts. So that's everything on me. Now, for what we were using outside, this is a SAW Camp Axe that they just released at the beginning of last year. So 2017, I believe in February, they released this. It is razor sharp. It does do a very good job at chopping. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it does it better than any hatchet that I've ever had, any axe, hatchet, tomahawk that I've ever had. So I just put a loop that fits my hand, my wrist on the back. I braided this up myself, put this on there so I can put my hand through. Keeps it from falling off, or if I swing it, overswing or underswing, it doesn't fly and hit somebody or whatever, just being safe and trying to protect everybody. But obviously you can see that I didn't do that because I actually stabbed myself with the corner of this earlier. I was cleaning it off before I took it outside. It was pretty rusty, and I don't usually leave my tools rusty, but it was pretty dirty, and I just took it and jabbed it right into my. So I wasn't wearing gloves. And I had the sheath off because I was cleaning it. So it's definitely sharp. This thing is great. Definitely recommend it. Now, this thing, the Camillus Carnivore. Anyone who's going to watch this that has seen any of the other YouTube videos out there, or that has seen these at Walmart, or that has bought one for 15 or 20 or 25 bucks and has used it, there's like 3 or 4 different sizes. I believe this one's actually the smallest one. I like it for the smaller one. I don't want a bigger one because it just is too much shock to the hand, which is one reason people don't like it. The saw on the back of this little machete actually works really, really well. This thing, I wouldn't say it's like a seatbelt cutter blade, but it's just like that little blade that they put on the back of some things. I don't know if they did it to make it look cool, but I mean, if you just like fishing line or something, if you just have it out, go to pull it across, 550 cord fishing line, yeah, cut it in half, it helps. I like that it has a chisel on the front. That's one of the reasons that I actually bought this. That's the first thing I looked at, because most machetes have that kind of a dagger tip or an upswept tip or something on them, and I don't like that. I wanted something that I could pry with if I had to. It was thick enough and wasn't going to bend it wasn't going to bend a whole lot, but I actually used this, or my dad used this, to grill hamburgers with. It did an amazing job at grilling hamburgers. He grilled hamburgers with a Camillus machete. I don't have a video. I wish I did, but it was hilarious and it worked. We didn't have a spatula when we were camping up at the. As far as the blade, it's not the best at chopping, but it stays razor sharp. It's that titanium steel, whatever they use, the titanium bonded steel. I mean, I don't know if it's a joke or not. I'm kind of in the middle, but it stays sharp. It chops things in half. For a tiny little, like 16-inch machete, it really is just like a big knife. It's not even, I would say it's almost not even a machete, but just for carry, it's super light, takes not a whole lot of space on your belt if you want to carry it. And it does what it's supposed to. It just chops little branches and green things in half. So I actually like this thing. I've used it a ton. The one I'm using right now instead of the Camillus Carnivore is, I've actually only used this one time. I've never actually taken this outside and chopped with it. So I love it. This thing has an awesome blade on it. It is super, super sharp. The teeth on the back are more for show. They're not really meant for sawing with, which is fine with me. I just want a nice machete that does exactly what it's supposed to, which is chop down bushy stuff. When you're walking you just need to make a path or you need to cut something so it doesn't hit you in the face or the ankles, that's exactly what these are for, guys. This thing is the SCMACH2. That's what it says on here. That's the name of this, I guess, the Schrade Smatch 2. I'm not sure what that means, but this thing is pretty cool. Guys, out of all this stuff, I'll roll in some B-roll here in just a second, but out of all this stuff, just let me know. I will list everything that I can down below and let me know exactly what you want to see reviews of. If you are interested in any of this stuff or if anything sounded interesting, looked interesting, just let me know and I will do an actual review on it, give you full specs on everything. So if there's anything that you know that I have that you want to see a review on, or a knife that you think that I can get my hands on or you want to send to me and have me review it myself and you're interested, let me know, guys. Thanks.